Hello, my name is Jen. I am the Unorthodox Healer. This is a general tarot card reading. You may be able to hear Meg, my beautiful snory doggy friend, having a very loud snooze next to me as I'm doing this reading, which I can only apologise for. She's a wee poorly girl at the moment and seemingly snoring more loudly than usual. So hopefully she's not drowning me out, and yeah, she's not going to detract from the reading. This is a message for anyone who has Libra in their chart. Now it could be sun, moon or rising sign. It can be north node. You might just even be drawn to this because you like the picture on the video. I only take cards that jump out at me. I tend not to read reversals, though sometimes I do, depending on what's going on in the reading, if they've come out upside down in the first place. So this is recorded the second weekend in September, but this is a timeless reading. Everybody's on different energetic timelines, so if it comes up another time, it maybe means that there's something here for you. I only do gentle tarot. I'm not going to ever tell you anything dangerous or scary. I just don't read like that. So hopefully this will be of some use for you, Libra. And let's see what cards we've got. I'm going to do this 2 more times, see if we get anything else. Oh heavens, that's quite a few cards, but that's what I asked for. So the underlying energy that we have is the world. And then we have, goodness, there might be too many cards here. I may run out of room. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, 3 of Swords, the Judgment card, the Hermit. The Hermit was upside down. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, interestingly under the 3 of Swords, the Devil, the Knight of Pentacles. Now, am I going to be able to squeeze these in the bottom? Possibly not. Let's see. Not really. So I shall pop these, forgive me for having a bit of a rummage around. Try and get all these cards in. This may completely confuse me having so many cards, but we'll see how we do. So we have the 6 of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the Chariot. Interesting that that's a whole run of Major Arcana cards, and the 7 of Swords. Right, how's that looking? Well, I've nearly got you all on there. Let me just see whether I can adjust that a little bit better. There we go. So this is a whole load of cards, Spirit. Thank you. Libra, at the moment astrologically, there is a heck of a lot going on with the planets. There is Pluto, which has gone back into Capricorn. It's been there for 16 years. If you've been having a bit of a torrid time of it in the last 16 years, the good news is that it went out of Capricorn and into Aquarius earlier in the year, but it's retrograde and it's gone back the way into Capricorn. If you have things which you have not cleared out from the last 16 years, which have been toxic, held you back, haven't been serving you, now you have to clear that stuff out, because it goes from, Pluto goes back into Aquarius on the, I think it's the 20th of November this year. If you haven't cleared all of your clutter out by then, ready for it moving into Aquarius for the next 20 years, you'll be stuck in that sort of Groundhog Day cycle of repeating the same stuff that you've been doing for the last 16 years. And if you're anything like me, Libra, you do not want that. Libra is a rising sign for me. So, yes, the last 16 years have been pretty awful. So you've been told, clear everything out by the middle of November so that you are free to enjoy the potential that Pluto being in Aquarius will be able to bring for you. So the cards that we have, the underlying energy is the World, which is one of the major arcana cards, and you have got quite a few of them here as well. This is about being able to have the world at your feet, and it's a really fantastic energy to have as the underlying energy for you as well, Libra. So the cards that we have, I tend to look at these as going from the past to the future. So you have the Wheel, the Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. The Wheel is the Wheel of Fortune, and that is something which is always turning. Regardless of whether we want it to or not, it's the same as we can't stop the sun coming up every morning, we can't stop the darkness coming at the end of every day, but we know the only thing that we do know, which is concrete in our lives, is that the sun will rise again the next morning. So the Wheel is about that constant, it's like death and rebirth, that what goes around comes around, where there has been bad, there has been good, and when there's good, it doesn't always last forever. You've had an opportunity here, and you have been in, I want to say, is this about emotions? This is about work, potentially. I think that you've been in quite a nice settled relationship. It doesn't mean with somebody. A settled home life, a settled time in your life where there's been give and take. There have been sometimes, because we've got the infinity symbol here, which is the same as the Wheel, I feel as though you've had some opportunities which have been good, and then at the same time you've had some things which have perhaps that you've taken up some opportunities, you've had some opportunities, or things happen where some of them benefited you and some of them haven't worked out so well. The next set of cards are the Three of Swords, the Two of Swords and the Page of Swords. Swords are all about emotions, how we're feeling. It can also be about ideas, but the Three of Swords is probably the one of the least favourite cards. It is usually about heartache, and the good thing is that this is in the past, so this can also be get my teeth back in. This is potentially still around. By looking at the next set of cards, I would say that you are probably still in this to a certain degree, but definitely better things are coming. If you didn't have the World as that underlying energy, then it might look a little bit different, but the World is a really beautiful card. You have the Queen of Pentacles under that as well, so that's also a really beautiful card. That's showing that everything is really going to turn out beautifully for you, Libra. The Two of Swords and the Page of Swords. I want to say that either you have been playing fast and loose with things emotionally, or that somebody else has been a bit reckless and has left you a little bit traumatised. Because you've got the devil there, I want to say that it's potentially somebody else. This could be a work situation because you have got the Pentacles here and you have got the Queen of Pentacles there. You've got the Death and the Rebirth card there too. I feel that you did have some happy times here, that there was some good stuff that happened, but that things changed and then you've got to the point of having this heartache. You are very much, or have been, feeling as though you've been quite blindsided by whatever's happened to you. And you're still struggling, I think, a little bit with being able to move away from whatever's happened here that has changed. The Page of Swords, when I was saying about being a bit fast and loose with things, perhaps you feel as though you weren't taking as much notice of things that were happening in your life as you should have been. And whatever the good stuff was that was going on here, it changed, and now I think that you might potentially be blaming yourself about it. The Page of Swords, we don't know as to how deep this gully is that she's walking tiptoe across on this narrow sword. She's also not paying attention to the fact that she's going over doing quite a dangerous thing. She's got these light bulbs, which could be ideas that she's daydreaming, and she's really not taking notice of where she's going and what she's doing. She's reading a book, she's daydreaming. And that does make me feel as though maybe you were taking this for granted, this good stuff that was going on, and now things have changed, and I do feel as though you're blaming yourself. And the reason that I think that is because of the Two of Swords. This is you being in your own head. It is you. I want to feel as though you're blaming yourself for whatever this situation is. The next cards that we have, they're all major arcanas. These are much stronger underlying energies. I do apologise for Meg, my snory dog. We have the Judgment card, the Devil and the Chariot. The Devil is you. It's really interesting that it's right next to the Two of Swords, because this person is tied here. This person is tied here as well. And whatever has happened here, you are still tied to it, and it is telling you, Spirit is telling you that you need to let that go. Judgment is you being able to free yourself from this, and when you are able to do that, things will start moving again. The Chariot is somebody who's looking forwards, and he's controlling this black and this white horse, which are the yin and the yang within you, the good and the bad, the dark and the light. That at the moment you're tied up in this energy, and you need to let that go. You need to stop blaming yourself And you need to understand that everything happens for a reason. Even if potentially we do feel to blame for something, there's only so much we can do. There are so many outside forces which we cannot control. And if the universe sees you in a situation which is not serving you, particularly this year, if you've been thrown a bit of a curveball, that is because the universe have been trying to get you out of a situation and you haven't done it yourself. So they've gone, okay, if you're not going to do it and you can't do it, or you don't want to do it, then we're going to do it for you. So you mustn't blame yourself. You must just understand that stuff happens. We can't control everything, and we have to be graceful and just try and let it go. When you let this go, you will free yourself from whatever this is which is holding you back, and you will be away. He's controlling these horses with his mind, because then you will have taken this blindfold off, and you will be able to see things for what they really are, and you will be off on your new journey. You'll be off to tackle the world and have whatever it is that you want in your life. The last three cards are the Hermit, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords, some people see this as a bit of a tricksy card. If you know Lord of the Rings, tricksy means that they're a bit untrustworthy. There's something underhand going on. I always see the Seven of Swords as you having to work smart and be ready for whatever is coming to you. And the way that you do that is you trust yourself. The Hermit, again, is another major arcana card. And the Hermit is somebody who knows themselves, is self-reliant, doesn't need anybody else. They've been on a journey, they know themselves, and they trust themselves, and they don't need anybody else to guide them. There's no codependency here. The Knight of Pentacles shows that there is really good stuff coming to you. You do have to work and think smart, though, potentially to keep yourself out of going back into this devil situation and this heartache. It might take a while, because the Knight of Pentacles is a slow-moving card. He could be on the back of this horse, he could be galloping off like a lot of the other knights in the tarot decks are. But be on your guard, be clever, be smart, trust yourself over everybody else and anybody else, and the good stuff will start coming again, because he is the bringer of prosperity, of wealth, and that can be emotional wealth as well as physical wealth. If this is job related, this shows that job opportunities will start coming in for you. It might be health. This might be that you're going through a tough time with your health at the moment, and this shows that this will come back. But it's going to take time, and you need to trust the process, and you need to think smart, because the world is absolutely here for you, and good things will come. I want to do one of these really beautiful new oracle cards that I've got for you now, and the cards are all animal based. So, oh, well, that was quick, wasn't it? I didn't even need to ask. So the card that we got is Elephant. Okay, you need to forgive yourself. As I'd said here, there is blame here, I feel, for what has happened to you, and you must not only forgive whatever has gone on in the past, you have to forgive yourself as well, because only when you forgive yourself and whatever's happened previously, that's when you are free and that the judgment happens. You'll free yourself from the devil and whatever this guilt is that's been hanging around you and stopping you moving forwards. And when you do that, these new beautiful things will happen, and you'll get to the point where you do feel as though you've got the world at your feet and you can do anything. Libra, I hope that's been useful. If it's resonated, I'd love it if you'd leave me a comment and like and also subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye.